طيب، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أهلا وسهلا بالجميع في هذا اليوم الجميل في مدينتنا الجميلة. صرنا نقول عن الرياض جميلة يا جماعة ترى الآن، ونفخر بها ونرحب بضيوفنا الكرام من يحضر معنا الآن. طبعا قبل أن نرحب بالجميع يعني أتقدم بجزيل الشكر بطبيعة الحال لجمعية الإرادة ومركز الملك سلمان لأبحاث الإعاقة على إقامتهم لهذا المؤتمر المتميز. الشكر أيضا والترحيب لكل من حضر معنا، وشكر أيضا للجنة العلمية بقيادة أخي وصديقي الأستاذ الدكتور عبدالله الجغيمان. ونبدأ مباشرة، طبعا ترحيب بكل من حضر معنا اليوم. نبدأ مباشرة جلستنا المتميزة وحضورنا المتميزين. على كل حال اليوم احنا في محور الجلسة أساليب تعليم ودعم مزدوجي الاستثنائية في البيئة أو البيئات التربوية. معنا مجموعة من الأساتذة المتميزين. راح نبدأ مباشرة بورقة شين توان يتحدث عن استراتيجيات التدريس والدعم القائمة على قوة الطالب من مزدوجي الاستثنائية. تشي توان حاصل على درجة الماجستير في معهد الدراسات العليا للفنون من جامعة تايبي. أيضا مرشح للدكتوراه، أعتقد أنه يدرس دكتوراه الآن. هو معلم أو هي معلمة ذات خبرة جيدة في تعليم الموهوبين إلى آخره. أشرفت على التخطيط وتنفيذ برامج الموهوبين الفنية الإقليمية لمدة 18 سنة، فنون الأداء الإقليمية في برامج الموهوبين لمدة 12 سنة، تم تكريمها عدة مرات. أمل أن تبدأ مباشرة، تفضلي. And we'll have 10 minutes for you, okay? Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, first I appreciate everyone in this conference. About the achievement and professor and photographers and light technology and the TA, co-workers and participants, everyone. Yeah, we are a team. Thank you so much. At first time in Riyadh, it's very good experience for me. Everyone is very kind for me and nice to me. It's wonderful. I will be back here now. My name is Shih-Chen Tuan. I'm from Taiwan, Taipei. I am a performance arts teacher and well-experienced gift education at Taipei Municipal Tamil Junior High School. I also doctoral students as professional students. From the Department of Special Education, National Taiwan Normal University. Today, I will present my research. Topic is the stretch-based teaching and support stages for a choice exceptional student. This is my students and the stage. A performance, a drama, story. Who is there? The case had poor social skill and was overly sensitive and easily becomes anxious and angry. He was also recommended by his teacher as a performance arts student to participate in a program is critical thinking, and communication. A performance workshop for youth. Everyone in there, so I'm very happy and show my research in now. Oh, this. Hi. According the data provided by the Special Education Announcement Network of Ministry of Education in 2019, data in Taiwan, only 1.34% are dual special needs students, and students with physical or mental disability, only 0.4%. This data is significantly lower than the United States 2 and 5. However, students with disability have low representation education program. So, research motivation and proposal is identified as a gift to students in performance arts and encounters problem with interpersonal interaction is a graduate class had poor social skills when interacting with classmates. I hope to understand whether the students' interpersonal interaction improve after receive education in the performance arts gifted program and providing and supporting implementation stages and how to strive to fulfill the students' wish to be admitted to the drama class. My student list in the list, his name in the list. I finally passed the exam now and very good experience in the new school in Fuxing High School in Taipei. Literature review, my teacher, Professor Ko and Chen and Wang proposed that the exploration and the guidance of students with dual special needs suggests that teachers can establish positive interaction with 2E students to build their confidence and strengthen their commitments to learning. Research method designs. This study employs case study approach with the subject being a team of teacher and a student with dual special needs. Research participants are one student with dual special needs and their regular class teacher, special education teacher, gift class teacher, and the peer participating are participating in the technical intervention learning 3 students. Research method, research tools is research tool. Is researcher, me. 2 interviews outline. I will ask for you what process the teacher used. What is the most valuable thing? My observation of the students and the peers, and etc., etc. 3 special course adventure teaching, critical thinking, and communication program. They supposed he will present in the stage and create his own story and stage. For data process analysis is qualitatively. Result and discussing about the teach teams cooperation model. A, the regular class teacher encouraged and supports the students' participation in the critical thinking and communication give education course and the high school drama class pre-exam technique practice core. P, the special education teacher provides the communication between the student and their original family members, dialogue with each other and resolve the students' dissatisfaction and agitation. C, a gift program teacher is skilled in matching and related to the course. D, students feel the teacher's care and inspiration. Two is a definitive of teaching gift course accompaniment process. The student mentions the most valuable things they gain from the practice part of the technical examination and from the performance arts gifted program. They say acting skill and the character portrayal. And result and discussion 3 about support strategies. 1, encourage positive and proactive accompaniment was to the battlefield when we complete. The teacher team take care of every student, every detail, and tell us how to improve after competition. As the students say.
1 more minute.
Quickly. It's no use. How to produce a creative work to take the entrance examination for the only public high school drama class in Taiwan. This article interviews teachers or give class to guide the production of creative work mentioned. Can we take the movie as my students present has through the examination?
由于当地特殊的气候、多变的环境，甚至是氧气浓度依照海拔的变化，可以由图片上看见有绿色以及黑色。其实这2只都是同一只，只不过不同的光源、不同的角度，甚至是不同的相机，可以呈现出不同的光泽，它们的反射颜色都不太一样。那我们会尽量向地板贴，向地板贴，向地板贴，越贴越近越好，因为可以向力量向下分散。它们的头角与头呈现出8:5。 他们的头角可以比他们的头还要长，然后他们的脚步会时快时慢，为了平衡自己的身体重量，所以他们平常在野外的时候，正如各位所看见的，他们平常是避战的，能躲则躲，能闪则闪，他们不好战。他们平时在吃饭的时候会把他们的头角与头靠在树干上。 有时候他们的脚会缓缓左右摇摆，他们的头也可以一起上下，为了更好的吸吮到树液。叮铃叮。有一张。
Oh, okay. Concluding one, the cooperative process of teachers counseling to it follow the squares. I say my teacher is. All by themselves by himself to create the work like that. So we follow the consequences about one, the ordinary class teachers ordinated the dispute between the 2E students and the ordinary class students and reduce the state of life. 2, the special education teachers help the 2E students to self-observe and receive the relationships between family member and the peers through the individual counseling and individual guidance through the dialogue. 3, the gifted class teachers allow the 2E students to understand and practice use the body to express the content, the text through the various form and the performance arts and emotion level to build confidence and present the correct personality. 2, after the gifted class teachers teaching the 2E student is taken over by an examinal drama professional teachers who lead the 2E students to determine his own performance themes, structure, and the practice schedule through the independent research methods, text creation, creative thinking, and mutual discussing. It's there. I want to suggest. Okay. Providing art course in gifted education programs can help students learn how to communicate their thought and emotion through the art creation in non-verbal way. Release stress, build confidence, and establish better peer relationship and a group. Just 2. Providing learning strategies for trials exception students, set clear directions and goals for the future. And setting up a practice schedule that fits their needs can help them make progress toward their goals. Last one. Suggest 3. The accompaniment of teacher, parents, and peers can help trials exceptional students achieve success in their studies. Thank you for your time and attention. I love said Oliver. I will be back and Sekla and Sekla. Bye-bye.
شكرا.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Shih-Chen Tuan. نشكرها على الورقة المتميزة حول استراتيجيات التدريس والدعم القائمة على قوة الطالب من مزدوجي الاستثنائية. واضح أنها ركزت على نقاط القوة وأعطتنا أمثلة حقيقة جميلة ومتميزة، فنشكرها. Thank you very much. We'll move to the next speaker. A paper, a fork in the road, a multiple talented students, confusion, obstacles and exceptions in career selections. الورقة الثانية تتكلم عن مفترق طرق حيرة الطالب من مزدوجي الاستثنائية والعقبات والتوقعات في اختيار المهنة. يقدمها Chien-Chi Chu, Ting-Yu Ou. Am I read it correct? Okay, it's your turn. Yes, you can just go ahead and start. Mr. Chien-Chi Chu is a doctoral student of. Oh, wait.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, go ahead and start, please.
Good
For
morning.
10 minutes, huh?
Yeah. Since time is quite limited, I start my presentation today. Yeah. We have 3 co-authors. The first one is me. I will report the background of this paper. And the second is Professor, no, not this one. Yeah. Please, Jimmy, change the other. And the second one is Professor Ho. And Professor Ho responsible for statistics. He studied under the stage because he wants to save time. And the third, my co-author is Dr. Chen. Yeah, he will responsible to report how we make idea into practice. Thank you. Okay. Okay, next one. Okay. In Taiwan, the special education law regulates 6 kinds of giftedness. You can see here, superior in general intelligence, gifted and talents in scholarship, giftedness and talents in visual and performing arts, gifted and talents in creative, and then leadership, and other special talents. Actually, this kind of categories include all the talents according to the theory of multiple intelligence. And we use different kind of instrument to identify the students. Go back, yeah. Such as standardized intelligence test, aptitude test, and portfolio, and also competition records, archival evaluation, and the interview. So we use multiple approaches to identify students. And you can see for category from 2 to 6, we use many kinds of instruments. But for superiority in general intelligence, of course, mostly we use individual intelligence tests to identify students' IQ, especially at the stage of elementary, because they haven't shown their special talents in the early years. So intelligence test is still used by schools. Yeah, next one. And you can see from this table, this is the instance of twice exceptional students, yeah, in 2021 to 2022. Okay, this is a recently report. For primary school, in the whole Taiwan, there are 179 students. Junior high school, 187. Senior high school, 164. And according to this report, our occurrence for elementary is 0.015. For junior high, it's 0.032. For senior high, it's 0.028. Of course, this statistic can tell us that the occurrence of twice exceptional in Taiwan still have a lot of space to be improved. Okay, next one. But concern the occurrence rate of elementary students, the rate is lower than junior high and senior high school students. Because for junior high and senior high, we use multiple instruments as aptitude tests and performance assessment, and also a record of competition, and etc. But for most instruments used in elementary, we use individual intelligence tests. So we found that the occurrence rate is lower than the other school levels. So we are trying to increase the occurrence of TUI students in elementary periods. We found that in 2018, NAGC has a statement that they suggest we should use appended and ancillary index scores of Wechsler 5 to identify more students in superior intelligence, and also for identify twice exceptional students. Maybe it can discover more twice exceptional students when we use expanded index. The 6 expanded index include verbal index, non-verbal index, expanded fluid index, general ability index, expanded general ability index, full-scale IQ score. The adopted, expanded, and ancillary index score can provide more opportunities for twice exceptional students so that they can go into the services system of gifted education. Next one. And you can see from this table, for autism students, because they usually show lower score in working memory and processing speed. So we may skip these two subtests. So if we use GAI, VCI, EFI, EGAI, and QR, and oh no, not QRI. We use the other index instead of for IQ score. Then autism student will not disadvantaged during IQ test. And for ADHD student, the same. And learning disability student, if we use these 4 kinds of index, we can find more TWE students with superior intelligence because we will not calculate their score on working memory or on processing speed. And for hearing impairment, not hearing, sorry, hearing impairment, maybe we can use nonverbal index or other index because they are disadvantaged in verbal index. So we use other index, etc. And for visual impairment, communication disorder, cerebral palsy, psychosis, and others. Actually, this table, we suggest our teachers or psychiatrists to select any kind of index that they feel suitable for disability students. If they select suitable index for disability students, then they can increase the pass rate of disability students with some talented areas.
1 minute, one more
Okay,
minute.
next one. Next. Okay. So after communicated with Ministry of Education, with professionals in special education, with teachers, with assessment teachers, we can actually make the idea into practice. So after many efforts, many communication, okay, finally, next one. Finally, Taipei City start the first action, to use the expanded index to identify gifted students at elementary level. You can see this year, 162 students, 82 regular students, 82 disability students, and also cultural different students. When they passed the screening period, then they go to take weeks 5. And then we found if we use for IQ, of course, our criteria for identification giftedness is IQ 128. It's percentile range, top 3. So if we use for IQ, then regular student, we have 45 students passed. Disability student will have 26. Cultural differences student will have 11 students passed. However, if we use expanded index or ancillary index, that if students show top 3 percentile in any index, then they will be accepted to be gifted student. So you can see for regular student, there are 67 disability 40, and cultural difference 19. So the pass rate in the final stage will be 80% for regular, 80% for disability, 80% for cultural differences. Of course, you can see that not only disability students, regular students also show large individual difference and Wechsler. So here we will have more work to do to analyze the individual differences for 3 groups. And we believe we will find a good report. And if the report, the statistic is good, then we will promote this action to whole nation. Okay, thank you. You can start.
Thank you.
Thank you for Professor Gross sharing. I think I have 2 minutes to present the other part. Okay. The purpose of this study is showing how to formulate policies through communication with administration, teachers, and parents. The process of the studies can be divided into 4 different stages. The first stage is policy making and negotiation. Professor Guo reported the committee to MOE. The committee made a resolution to strengthen the discovering and nurturing the talents of twice exceptional students. The other steps. Step 2 is for survey and promotion stage. We communicate. We design research and communicate with teachers and parents. Step 3, we have communicate with the other experts to the other fields. The final stage is just the Professor Gross mentioned before. I think I made a conclusion is that to be concluded, we think it's very important to explore students' strengths and provide opportunities for talent development. We think using the concept of expanded and salary index course is not perfect. But when we consider the realities, we think it's a better way to use the expanded and salary index course in Taiwan. Thanks for your time and attention.
Thank you very much for the very good paper. I enjoyed it actually. حفاظا على وقتكم الثمين ننتقل الورقة اللاحقة مباشرة. We're going to move to the next paper, how gifted teachers and counselors cooperate to develop an effective curriculum for twice exceptional children. Presenter Chien-Hong Yu, Ching-Chih Chu.
Okay.
We have 10 minutes, huh?
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to attend this conference. My name is Chien-Hong Yu, and you can call me Jack. The presenter after me, Andrew Chien-Chi Chu. He is my research partner. The topic of my research is the implementation of effectiveness of a 2E effective curriculum collaboratively designed by gifted teachers and a counselor. Okay, before we start, let's see a short clip and please to figure out the TUI student in the class. Oh, please play the video. Yeah.
方向上都会不一样。那透过一个 K 的短讲 ，K 的在适中，我们先在期末下学期末邀请你上来分享你对能源使用的新见解。但是这个见解，我跟你讲说，我们现在全部都不要用石油了嘛，你就同意吗？石油跟台北基础没有加这样你就会禁止使用石油吗？我这样讲两句你就同意了，你家的车就不能用石油车哦。我讲两句。
He may not obey the classroom regulation. So how can we deal with these problems? Can we solve them independently? That's why we made this research. Okay. Although TUI students are blessed with both gifts and disabilities, the special needs are often addressed separately in educational settings. Scholars point out that the holistic and team-based approach is required when we educate TUI students. However, cooperation among teachers of different fields is still lacking, right? In Taiwan, we made laws and formulated education program to enhance support systems for TUI students. From this effort, it can be seen that the importance of TUI students' needs is stressed by both central and local government. The school participating in this study has been providing gifted education for nearly 40 years. From the past experience, it has been found that among the gifted students, some of them are TUI students. However, these students did not receive special counseling at school. This semester, the gifted class teachers and the school counselors cooperated to develop an effective course for the TUI students, hoping to provide the students with more complete and appreciate education services. The focus of this study is to understanding the ways, effects, and the difficulties of cooperation between teachers of different specialties. The subject of this study are two gifted class teachers and one school counselor. They designed a course for gifted students in grades 3 to 4. A total of 10 students took this course, 5 in 3rd grade and 5 in 4th grade. One of them is a TUI student, and 3 of them are constantly receiving students with impulsive behavior and interpersonal problems. The course is divided into 4 stages, which are the initial stage, the transformation stage, working stage, and ending stage. The slide shows the details of the course. In addition to interviews, researchers also participate in the curriculum observation and the weekly curriculum review meetings. In addition, through the feedback questionnaire, the students' feelings about the course are evaluated. The research is verified through mutual data checking to enhance the reliability of the research. Here comes the result. A new collaborative model was made. In the past, the counselors thought it was like a game of more. When the students had problems with different education services, the counselor would come and deal with them. However, the present problem is solved, but the new problems keep popping up, right? And the teachers of gifted class think that the students, although they receive assistance from the different teachers, although it is effective, there is a lack of cooperation among teachers. Okay. Okay, the teacher believes that the new cooperation method is more comprehensive and preventive. The teachers have become more active in teaching. They all use throwing and catching as a metaphor, showing that all parties have truly achieved the result of cooperation and interaction. Counselor and gifted class teachers are of different professional backgrounds. Through such cooperation, they can also discover these differences in teaching and learn from each other, then adjust their own teaching. Through such collaboration experience, teachers can be more confident in teaching, and they can see one another's strengths, turning differences into the possibility of providing students with diverse services. Through this effort, there has been an obvious effect on different aspects. We can also discover the different needs of gifted students. Through the cooperation between different majors, teachers can learn from each other and have a deeper understanding of different specialties. For students, they can share together, understand themselves better from the perspective of their peers, and develop a sympathetic resonance with them. All the teachers can clearly see the changes and the progress in students. For example, do you remember the boy dancing in the video? Yeah, in the beginning of the semester, he always disturbed the class. After the course, he changed a lot and tried to control himself and even start to make friends in the gifted class. After each class, the teacher would ask students to fill in the feedback questionnaire. It can be found that from the students' questionnaire that a group atmosphere, level of enjoyment, or how beneficial the course is. They can get an average of more than 4 points. Both the school counselor and the gifted class teacher mentioned that more time is needed to foster team spirit and develop further mutual understanding in cooperation.
1 minute.
Okay, here comes the conclusion. In this study, the teachers original set different roles and responsibility in the cooperation plan. But with the development of the curriculum, they turned out to be more active in the process of cooperation and demonstrated their own professionalism. It can be seen that professional cooperation is a dynamic process. In the process, teacher can have more opportunity to play their own roles and transform the cooperation into benefits. Through the intervention of effective courses, students' behavior has been improved. Students' feedback also shows that the students enjoy the course, and benefit from the courses. For the teacher of different specialties, they appreciate each other. When recognized by the teachers from different specialties, they have more confidence in their teaching. Okay, I used to teach and deal with students' problems all by myself. As a teacher, we may think we are the kings of our classes, right? But I think cooperation is a better way to meet the students' needs, especially for the TUI students. Thanks to the conference. I feel really glad to have this opportunity to share our ideas and learn from each other. Thanks again, and wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you very much for that distinguished speech. The last paper would be using expanded and ancillary index scores of WISC V means 5 to identify a twice exceptional students the experience of policy making process in Taiwan. Presenter Ching-Chih Kuo, wrong.
My name is Andrew Chien-Chi Chu.
I don't know if I can pronounce this good.
Thank you very much for your introduction.
حالك.
Thank you, Professor Ibrahim. Okay. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Thanks for having me here today. My name is Andrew Chien-Chi Chu. Chien-Hong Yu is also another researcher in this report. Last autumn, I was assigned to teach the music talented class in my school, Taoyuan Municipal Wulin Senior High School. And that was when I had the opportunity to know more and learn more from a 2E student, Samuel, the main subject of my research today. And my topic is Stage or Stadium, how a second talent influenced a music-gifted 2E student in his career decision. In Taiwan, most music students start to learn instrument at a very early age. Take the music talented class I'm teaching now, for example. Among the 25 students, 14 of them started to learn music in kindergarten, and 10 of them in elementary school, and only 1 of them in junior high. In Taiwan, if you attend a music talented class rather than a regular class, it suggests that your future job will have something to do with music, be it a performer, a music teacher, or even an arts administrator. Again, among the 25 music students I am teaching now, 17 students say they are very sure that they will select jobs related to music. 4 students say they are very likely to select jobs related to music, and only another 4 students say they are not quite sure. Among the 4 students who are not quite sure, Samuel is one of them. Samuel is now an 11th grade student in my class. I'm very sorry about the tiny little words in, wait, I think it should be, right, this page. I'm sorry about the little tiny words, but as to the red words, this has something to do with the first talent, music, and the blue words is about the second talent he has found. It's about running, okay. He was diagnosed with autism before primary school, and he found his interest in playing the cello in kindergarten and has learned the instrument ever since. He was qualified to enter the music talented class when he was in 3rd grade. And he did quite well in playing the cello. See, he came in 1st and 2nd in the Taoyuan Municipal Music Contest during the 3 years when he was in junior high. However, when he was in 8th grade in junior high, his physical education teacher discovered his talent in long distance running by chance. He then started to develop his talent and soon found great interest in it. He even came in 2nd in the 5,000-meter run in our high school sports meet. And this year, he will represent our school to participate in the municipal sports meet. When faced with the choice of what to study in the future, he began to wonder whether he should follow his original strength and talent in music, or whether he should choose long-distance running, which he's also very interested in now. Therefore, through the research, we want to know first the significance of the second talent to him, Second, how the second talent influences his first talent in music, and especially how it influences his future career choice, and what confusion or obstacles it may cause to him. Third, what advice or suggestions has he received from people surrounding him, like his parents and his teachers, and what assistance will he need? Will the assistance be sufficient? My research is qualitative. I think some characteristic I would not waste the time. I will directly move on to the participants. All right. The participants include the subject Samuel, of course, as well as his mother, his homeroom teacher, his music teacher, his special education teacher, and his cello teacher. And finally, the three researchers were involved as well. All right. And here comes the results we have got from the data we have clarified and analyzed. According to Samuel himself, the influencing factors include, first, the wax and wane of the two talents. He himself realizes that he is interested in both music and running. It's about 50 and 50, which makes him quite confused. Second, as to the image of his future life, though he thinks people graduating from physical education department may not be able to find a good job, it still can dampen his enthusiasm for running. Third, one of his personality traits is that he enjoys people's applause and acclamation, and being either a music performer or an athlete can help him reach the goal. Something Samuel said perfectly depicts his situation. At my current stage, the standards of both sides are similar, so it is difficult for me to make a choice. Of course, there are influencing factors from people surrounding him in his family and in his school. For example, his mom doesn't seem to support him in running. She said, running takes up too much of his time. Even if he wants to engage in sports and treat it as a full-time job, I'm still against it. Never will I support his decision to take running as a job. His homeroom teacher also told him that music should be the main focus now. His music teacher told him to take entering a music department as a priority, and the special teacher thinks he needs to negotiate with his parents. From this, we know that most people around him don't seem to support him in changing his major from music to running. As far as how the two talents influence each other, Samuel admits, I used to concentrate my time and energy on practicing the cello, but now I just can't concentrate. And his mom is worried that the time he spends on running is not arranged appropriately. Both Samuel and his mom have noticed that Samuel's inappropriate time management has influenced his cello learning. As to the difficulties and limitations in developing the second talent, apart from career choice considerations, insufficient school-related assistance can be the main cause. Samuel directly said he was not sure that he will find a job after graduating from music department in college, and his homeroom teacher, who happens to be a PE teacher, also said the teachers related to the field of music can provide sufficient information about future schooling or even jobs related to music, while information about sports seems to be quite insufficient, which is probably because there are music talented classes but no sports talented classes in our school. And the PE class teachers in our school may not know much about future schooling or jobs related to running. The special education teacher also pointed out parents do not have enough information about sports, but sufficient information about music. Thus, they are more certain about Samuel's music career. In such a situation, Samuel practiced running mostly on his own. He said, though he learned from his PE teacher in junior high school, now in senior high school, he learned all by himself through the internet sites like YouTube or some foreign websites. And the special education teacher pointed out that interdisciplinary discussions are necessary when it comes to helping a student like Samuel. All in all, from this study, we can conclude that Samuel still feels quite confused about which talent to select. Since he's now interested in running and he doesn't feel like giving up music, though he himself admits that he is spending more time on running than practicing the cello. Second, his mom is quite worried because she thinks he does not manage his time appropriately, and she is against him in choosing an athlete as an occupation, which also brings about a conflict between them. As for the teachers, most teachers think Samuel should stick to his original talent and take entering a music department in college as a top priority. At the same time, we have found that the information related to sports that Samuel or his mom can get is far less than the information related to music. And this also reminds us the school can integrate resources to provide career information to both students and parents, especially a platform for people of different fields to exchange ideas like IEP or IGP meetings. I would say qualitative research like this may not be generalized and applied to other students, but that is what makes special education so fascinating. Everyone is unique and distinctive. The research helps me realize a 2E student's needs may be far more complicated than I can imagine. This research puts me into a 2E student's shoes to understand the dilemma he is facing. This research also reminds me the resources my school has provided for a 2E student like Samuel may not be sufficient. Being a special education teacher as well as a gifted teacher, I feel challenged as well as blessed to have more chances to know the unique story behind each and every single student. And I feel even more thrilled to learn that students are very willing to share their stories and let me know they trust you, making yourself part of their lives. Finally, I would like to wrap up my presentation with the following poem written by Samuel, telling us how he feels when running on the track. On the runway, I strode forward, as if I were a hunter, running continuously toward my goal. The prey I hunt is none other than myself. Only by constantly surpassing the previous me can I conquer myself and become stronger. Fortunately, Samuel is an 11th grade student, which means he still has one more year to think about what to choose and how to choose before he graduates from senior high school. Though we still don't know where Samuel will go to or run to. At least we are more certain about how to help a student like him. No matter what he may choose, I'm sure that he will become more and more confident and enjoy every single moment when he is either playing the cello on the stage or running on the track in a stadium. Finally, I would like to show my sincerest gratitude for organizing such a fabulous conference and providing this precious chance for all of us to exchange ideas and learn from each other. Shukran jazilan. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. And I agree totally about Samuel. Conclusion, Samuel.